So if you have questions or concerns, you'll be able to reach out and contact me as soon as you can. So let's go ahead and start the little tour. I'm going to use this share screen option real quick. And you can see me up here in the upper right hand corner. And this is our English homepage. This is Composition 2 or English 104. It's the same class. And it's the 3004 section, which means only that you were originally designated as a Tuesday, Thursday course. Now, that's all up to you. You make the decisions as to when you want to turn work in. So I've got a little welcome note here for you. I'll help you read this. And I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible because I know a lot of you are returning students. Even if you're a student who did not take English 103 with me, you're a returning student to Kishwaukee College, which means you're familiar with a desire to learn. So I wanted to take you through a couple of specific things just as a quick review. Obviously, this is the instructor version, so yours might look slightly different. But the important notes for this semester are, of course, your course homepage, which shows you all of the announcements. Okay. The announcements page specifically lets you look at the announcements in bold detail. The content tab, of course, is probably one of the most important buttons because here you see the entire table of contents, including what we're going to look at over the course of the semester. Now I'm going to add a few things here and there to help emphasize some of our themes and answer your questions. But this is a general basic look at what's going on. You've got your introduction, you have the rhetorical analysis, persuasive essay, and the argumentative essay. The final essay of the semester will be up to you. It is a revision, which you can use to focus on either the rhetorical argument, improving the rhetorical argument, or improving the argumentative essay. I will leave that decision up to you. All right, here we find the syllabus. I'm going to come back to the syllabus in just a few short moments. The second most important button after content would probably be the discussions tab. Let's take a look at that together. And here you can see the weekly discussion questions. Since this class will not necessarily require you to be present each and every morning for the individual sessions, you can use the discussion tab to keep track of the weekly discussions, and this is how you will earn your participation points. So each week, as it says here, I'll post a discussion question for you to answer. Each week's question will be worth a certain amount of points. I think it's going to be 10 points. In order to get the best possible score, though, you'll be responsible for following. You'll need to complete the required reading for each week, obviously, and if applicable, participate in any meetings offered by your instructor. I have both synchronous and asynchronous classes this semester, so be sure to consult your syllabus. Remember, you are an asynchronous class, which means you do the material whenever it fits your schedule. Answer the discussion question or questions to the best of your ability. Making sure to reply in complete sentences. This is an English class, after all. And make sure that you express a thoughtful, considered response to the questions. To do so, I recommend at least 3 full sentences be used in your response. Respond thoroughly to the thoughts and ideas of 2 additional fellow students, expressing your ideas again in complete sentences. You get 2 points per response. So if you only respond to 1 student, well, that's great. You still get 2 points, but you won't get the optimal amount of points. And then, of course, if I were to ask you a question in real time and you just looked around and didn't answer me or ignored it, that would be considered 1, strange, and 2, rude. So if I ask you a follow-up question in the discussion forum, please make sure to answer my question as well. Now, you should be aware that I'm not going to respond to every discussion forum this semester, nor will I pose a question to every student for every discussion forum. If that's the case for you, just take it as an easy pickup point for that week. All right. Assignments is where you can find the assignment drop boxes. I don't think we have too many assignment drop boxes this semester. Oh, in fact, I didn't create any just yet, but we will create those relatively quickly. No quizzes, so you don't have to worry about that. And the last thing I wanted to stop and point out for you is the class list link. This is your email link so that you can see all of your fellow students, and most importantly, my email and how they are connected to this material. So if you need to get a hold of me, the class email is the place to do it. All righty. Let's take a look at that syllabus, shall we? So for the syllabus, we have a pretty basic Kishwaukee syllabus, something akin to what you've seen before, no doubt. So now that I've got it up here in front of me, I can do the share screen again. And there you go. So again, you've got your course prefix and section. As I've said here, start and end time is going to be variable. However, the class technically starts for us on Tuesday, but I've made sure that I have things uploaded by Monday. So the class runs until December 11th. That's the final day. Originally scheduled on Tuesday, Thursday, but again, it's really variable for you all. You do not have to restrict yourself to Tuesday, Thursday time frames when completing the work for this class. Faculty information. I do have virtual office hours this semester. So specifically on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be available from about 9:30 in the morning till about 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to take a 1-hour break in the middle of the day from 12:30 to 1:30. But then I'll be back on and available for individual emailing and conferences from about 1:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. My email address, again, is jfowler1@kish.edu. It's highlighted right here. Okay. You can look for that in the syllabus yourself if you'd like to later. Of course, the prerequisites, you should have passed English 103 with a grade of C or higher. And if you have not done that, well, then I'm not sure why you're replacing here. But luckily, that won't be an issue. We have 2 texts for this semester. One required text is this beauty right here, Practical Arguments, the short 3rd edition. That's by Lori Kersinger and Stephen Mandel. And I also recommend that you pick up, as soon as you can, a copy of William Goldman's classic, The Princess Bride, since I'm going to use that as the basis to formulate our discussion questions. So pick that up as soon as you can. I did not order that through the library at Kish, though, because I thought we're going to be completely online. Might as well just get used to living in this online existence for the immediate future. So go ahead and order a copy as soon as you would like to do so. You won't need it for about 2 weeks, so you should have plenty of time to order that. And the information for that is here in the syllabus as well. Lastly, we have a topical course outline that I'm going to let you look at your own leisure. Grade breakdown here on page 3. You've got an ad analysis. You will have to revise that ad analysis. That's a little bit different. The other papers The persuasive essay and the casual argument, they're a one and done deal. Okay, now you will get a chance to choose one of those. I would select the one that you did the worst on and revise that as a final draft. So it's a little bit different in that you don't have as much of a safety net for these projects as you did with 103. Okay. Again, other course requirements. We'll be using Desire to Learn as an online tool for the course, and attendance will be based on the participation in the weekly discussion forums. So make sure that you're there and getting those completed each week. Late work will be evaluated on a declining scale. However, if you can anticipate an unforeseen circumstance or an illness, you can submit your homework before the due date and reach out to me if there are extenuating circumstances. All right. Okay. I'll let you look at the academic pursuit policy, so on and so forth. You need to pay attention to that. And then, of course, you have the tentative course schedule. We live in some wild times, folks, so things might have to change or be shifted around to some extent. But here you can see a day-to-day, session-to-session, week-to-week layout of what we're going to be tackling in the course. Okay. And again, I'll let you peruse that in greater detail as you deem necessary. So that's just about it for the introduction. I think that you will find this class interesting. I'm certainly interested to see what you come up with for some of these assigned essays. And hey, I look forward to reading The Princess Bride with all of you. If you've seen the movie, fantastic. If you haven't, not a big deal. It's not required viewing for this course. But I think that you will enjoy The Princess Bride. It's not as simplistic of a text as you might initially think it is. So that's all for today's introduction. Thank you so much for your time and attention today, and I will see you next time. Take care.